Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. So in this video, we're going to talk about Kimmy Cakes coming out swinging at us with Pete Davidson. Like, who next is this girl going to use? Because she's fighting to maintain relevance so bad at this point that she's literally pulling out rabbits, many different rabbits from out that magician PR machine hat of hers. Because what had happened was Pete Davidson was on, I think it was like a podcast or some discussion with Nikki Glaser, right? And Pete was talking about Kim being this amazing comedian and, they had no idea she had that in her. But yeah, she's so funny. But if you're paying close attention, it's like Pete Davidson is kind of sneak dissing her. Like, really, Kim? You're a comedian now? You're so funny. Who knew, right? And we know that Kim, she's not boring, but she's definitely, yeah, she gives us a little giggle at times, but I don't think she's downright comedic funny. But I want to share the clip with you all so that we can come back and talk some more about it. So let's take a look at this clip together, shall we? And then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
Isn't it crazy Kim's good at acting?
She's great.
I remember when we were dating, I remember one day she was just like, I think I'm going to be an actress.
Yes.
And I was just like, yeah.
Yes.
And then it's just good at it. And I was like, God, get the out of here.
She was so awesome.
She's so good at acting.
She's so smart. She does anything she wants to do, she will do. And especially if people are like, you can't do this.
Yeah.
And for her to go into acting with all of the public perception of her anyway, she knew everyone's going to look for her to fail. Like to do something that people are going to try to find your weakness. And this is why you shouldn't be. Like,
well, she's superhuman. I learned from her that no matter like what's going on, like whatever in the news, like you're still you and you can just still go do.
Oh yeah.
Like she don't give up.
Okay, guys, so that's the clip I was talking about. That's the reference right there. But I don't know, each time I listen to that clip, I get the sense that Pete was sneak dissing her. He was shading her. But I also believe the reason for this is because Kim has something coming up, whether it might be a launch or something unpleasant, and she's using as many distractions as possible so as to have her name in the algorithm for other topics. And if it's a launch, it will be beneficial to her because her name is popularly out there. But if it's something that's messy, then all of these little discussions will override the messiness and pull away from it so as to not make the stench of the mess so strong, if you get what I mean. Because she's with Lewis Hamilton, and we have heard that Lewis Hamilton is not so fond of her. Neither is his mom. And I did a video yesterday talking about Lewis Hamilton's mom being frustrated with Kim. Seems as though that lady wanted to get out of there. She was looking at her watch and she was saying something, right? You guys can check out that video that I did yesterday. But I'm just saying, she's with Lewis Hamilton at this point, and she's pulling out all the PR stops with Lewis Hamilton, including his mother. So why would Pete be spinning the block on Kim? It was a few days ago that we spoke about Pete Davidson allegedly exposing Kim's secret, wherein he's sharing that Kim would just give him large sums of money repeatedly. And he said that she was the nicest person to him and all of that. Like, where is this coming from all of a sudden? Right? It's given the sense that they are in fact networking once again. And, to the average citizen, we may say, but Kim and her family, they have made enough money. They can have several seats. That's true. But for these people, it's, it gets to a point where it's not just the money, but a lot more than the money. They want to create a legacy. They want to be known as the best of the best to ever do it. So they're going to always keep going because they want to be seen we know Kim loves the attention. So she's going to pull out all the strings that she can to stay relevant. So seems as though Pete is back in project with Kim. They're networking together, but it's going to be interesting to see if Pete is going to consistently call Kim's name. But I guess the NDA could also be over. It could be that Pete Davidson had initially signed a non-disclosure agreement where maybe Kim had 5 years and Pete was like, "No, none of that. For 2 or 3 years, I won't be talking about you." You know, could also be a non-disclosure that was there initially. You know, could be many factors, right? Many contributing factors. Pete could also be doing this as well, if we're looking into it from Pete's, side. He could also be doing this to get under his baby mama, Elsie Hewitt's skin, right? So maybe he wants to remind Elsie that, listen, you're out here crashing out calling me a deadbeat. I don't normally date broke chicks like you because you need to remember that I was with Kim Kardashian. He could be doing this, he could be literally doing this. But let me know what you guys think, and we're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.